So far in this series, we've bullied every boss in Elden Ring with sorceries. We've positively annihilated them with incantations. But can Elden Ring be trivialised using the old ways? By getting naked and smashing everything in the face with the biggest weapon you can find. Hey guys, Thingfishy here. So make your character look suitably angry, choose the Confessor starting class and grab the Golden Seed as a starting item. While we're running to Torrent, let's talk about this video. This is my third build guide, and this one is a strength build, relying on a couple of buffs, massive attack ratings, and staggering every single boss in the game. The weapon we're using today is the Giant Crusher. On paper, this weapon looks incredible. It has one of the highest ARs in the game, but it also has one major disadvantage that we're going to fix to make it absolutely monstrous. This is a very forgiving build, ideal for any players who fancy doing a big bonky strength run regardless of their ability. If you find this guide useful, give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more build guides. If there's a particular build you'd like to see me cover, let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to come and see me figure out all of this stuff live, give me a follow on Twitch. Okay, so we're at Torrent now, let's do it. We start by heading through the ruins, picking up the map and the whetstone blade along the way. Now we head south towards Weeping Peninsula, grab the smithing stones and the stone sword key on the bridge, and the morning star from the carriage. Then head to the Castle Morn Rampart Grace. From here, go pick up the nearby Golden Seed and map. From here, we're going to take our usual route through Weeping to grab all of the sacred tears and some extra items. First head to the Carlu Baptismal Church for the first tier, then around the map to the Church of Pilgrimage for the second tier, pick up the bleed grease from the graveyard just outside it, then head southwest for the final tier at the fourth Church of Marika. Now walk back to Limgrave and go up the hill, collecting the Golden Seed and lighting the Storm Hill Shack Grace. From here, head northeast for the Strength Physic. Jump down the rocks and keep heading northeast. Kill the Golden Vow Knight and jump down to grab the Lance and the Exalted Flesh from the camp. Grab the Saint's Bridge Grace and then head up to Alexander. Be a good person and help him out of the hole. Then, just have a chat with him and wish him well. Collect the Living Jar Shard and put it in your inventory next to your crippling guilt. Now head southeast to these ruins and grab the Trina's lilies and the mushrooms around it. Then jump down this cliff here. Loot the graveyard for the runes and the Fever's cookbook recipe for the sleep pots we'll need later. Head north, jumping down these stones, onto the third Church of Marika for the Wondrous Physic and another sacred tier. Then head south through the Mistwood to the Minor Erdtree to grab the Cracked Crystal Tear. Then to the Mistwood Ruins to grab the Axe Talisman. Then head east all the way to Fort Height. Light the Grace nearby, grab the Golden Seed from outside, then head up the ladder for the first half of the Dectus Medallion. Walk back to the third church, then take the teleporter behind it to Caelid. Ride south from the Bestial Sanctum, picking up this Golden Seed along the way. Then head up and around the ledge, heading towards this tree. Jump down the roots, then go across the bridge to light the Lenna's Rise Grace. Make it nighttime, and then go to the right side of the bridge and jump across this gap. Wait for the cavalry to do his jump attack and yeet himself off. If you die like I did here, be very careful collecting your runes. Level up at the Grace and then jump up the Spirit Spring. Loot the runes and ride west towards the Minor Erd Tree and up the Spirit Spring behind it. Grab the Grace outside Fort Fareth, then head inside. Up the ladder to the second half of the Dectus Medallion, then jump down the second hole. Grab the Golden Rune 12 by the rats, then jump across and down for Radagon's Sword Seal. Equip it and let the rats kill you. Now walk back to the first step. Head around the building and jump down the Spirit Spring for the Pickled Foulfoot, then jump back up. Walk back to Fareth, apply bleed grease to the Morning Star and start hacking away at Grail. Reapply it halfway through and pop the Foulfoot just as Grail dies. Level up at the Grace, then head back to Storm Hill. Head southeast from the Grace and grab the smithing stones on this chair. Then head towards the Trolls. Get this one to run into the statue and collect the stones inside. Then walk back to Storm Hill. Go northwest to the Broken Bridge, then around the cliffs that bypass Stormvale Castle. Get the Sacred Tear from the Church of Irith, then jump down the cliffs. Head northwest to the Putrefied Ruins and take the teleporter to Rea Lucaria. Jump down from the bridge, grab these 2 runes, the smithing stones from the gazebo nearby, and ride to get the Academy key. Now head back to the Academy gates and head south to grab more stones in the plaza area, jump down and grab this one by the crab, then get the golden seed in the gate town and ride to the nearby map and Grace. From here, head straight towards the cliff opening to reach the Boil Prawn Shack. Then further south for the Dexterity Physic, then northwest from here to grab the stones in this gazebo. Now walk back to the map Grace and ride northeast towards this rock in the distance. Grab the stones on the chair by these flowers, then directly northeast to the Poison Gazebo for more. Then ride straight towards the Academy to get this teleporter that takes you to Iji. Grab the Grace next to him and walk back to the lake facing cliffs. Head down to the Merchant and buy 1 smithing stone too. Now walk back and head into the Academy. Light the courtyard Grace and take the other gate to the Bellum Highway. Pick up the Sacred Tear in the Bellum Church, then up to the Dectus Lift to the Altus Plateau. Ride across, grab the golden seed by the map fragment and head up the stairs. Pick up all the golden seeds around here, then head down towards the sealed tunnel. Run into the very first room and grab the smithing stone bell bearing 2 from this chest. Jump down the side of the lift and grab this smithing stone 5, this golden rune 5 on the way, then head through the rest of the cave. Head through the rest of the cave and get this smithing stone 5 by the roots and the golden rune 9 at the bottom. Now we need to die now to get back to the Grace, so we may as well fight this guy. Now despite us having no upgrades, he's actually not that bad if you want some extra runes early on. 2 heavy square offs and a riposte will stun lock him. But so this run isn't dependent on you killing a mid-game boss with a +0 weapon, I'm not going to use these runes. Walk back to the Phantom Tree Grace and head south to grab the Giant Crusher from this carriage near the Tree Spirit. Now head back up the stairs and across the battlefield towards the Minor Erd Tree to get the Winged Crack Tier. This will give you light rolls for the rest of the run. I didn't think of doing this until the final boss, so your playthrough will be far easier than mine. Walk back to EG and level Giant Crusher to +8. Now head back to the third church and head all the way round over the wall into Caelid and towards Fort Gale. Fort Gale really is the place to be for strength builds, so grab the Grace here as we'll definitely be coming back later. For now though, ride up to the left and round the back to grab the Flame Grant Me Strength incantation. Now finally head back to the round table and buy a dagger. Now it's time for Margit. Level up your flasks at the Grace, put Golden Vow on the dagger, put the Strength tier and the Crack tier in your physic, and memorise Flame Grant Me Strength. Before you go in, use Golden Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength. we're going to be doing this for every single fight for the rest of the game. Not much to say about Margit, jumping R2 him to death. Get Gustok to open the gate, then kill him. Then run through Stormvale, as always making sure that you dodge all of the arrows with perfectly timed dodges. Grab the golden seed along the way and head to the secluded cell. Before we fight Godric, grab the cracked pot from the nearby pot friends. Now for Godric, use his long recovery animations to get a charged R2 in. When he starts his phase 2 transition, get one more charged R2 on him. For phase 2, run straight up to him and hit him with a charged R2, get the stagger and take the riposte. Now head back to the round table and buy 5 smithing stone 3s and 12 smithing stone 4s. Head to EG and level Giant Crusher up to plus 13. Now head back to Rare Lucaria for an incredibly easy Red Wolf fight.
Right. Watch this, chat. Oh, why did I say... Now I'm going to get one shot the second that I walk in. Why did I say watch this?
Yes, as long as you don't play like an idiot, this is a very easy fight. 2 hits is all it takes. Now at this point, we need to talk about this weapon a little bit because it does have a little bit of an issue. The Giant Crusher and the Prelate's Hammer both have this unique R2 attack that flattens any humanoid enemy, including Melania by the way. But to prevent this from being completely overpowered, From Software nerfed their posture damage. So much so that this colossal weapon inflicts less posture damage with an R2 than using Unsheath on an Uchi, which is a lot faster. Therefore, they also do far less posture damage than other weapons of their size. And because posture damage is such a big part of a strength build, we need to fix this. To do this, we're now going to head back to Fort Gale and up the ladder at the back. Bonk this enemy, then buff up. Now these lion enemies can be a little tough if you're not used to fighting them. We do good damage, and those vigor levels we've put in will prevent any of his attacks from one-shotting us.
Oh! Alright, that one-shot shoe.
Okay, he has one attack that one-shots us, so watch out for that one. This guy drops the Lion Claw Ash of War, which we're going to equip to our Giant Crusher. This is a faster version of our weapon's R2 attack that deals more posture damage. This is going to be our main source of damage for the rest of the game. While we're at Fort Gale, grab the Star Scourge Heirloom. Now warp to Altus and ride out towards the broken bridge. Use the teleporter, then double back to head towards the Altus tunnel. This tunnel has 5 smithing stone 5s that we need to get. Grab them, and walk back to the first step in Limgrave. Head to the Dragonburn ruins and use the trap to teleport to the Celia crystal tunnels. Pick up the 6 stones in this tunnel, then head back to the Grace to escape. Now walk back to the sealed tunnel we were at right at the start. Pop all the way down to the bottom here and bait this abductor into attacking you here to break open the statue. Grab the 3 smithing stone 6s, walk back to EG and use all of your runes to level Giant Crusher to plus 16. For Renala, hit the Sweetings with your dagger and use charged R2s to nearly kill Renala on the first cycle. After you've hit the 6th Sweeting, buff up, drink your flask and kill phase 1 with an R1. For phase 2, run straight up to her and hit her with Lion's Claw. If you can get 2 in quick succession, she'll stun, but the worst case scenario is what you see here. Level up and head back to Altus Plateau for Margit 2.0. 2 Lion Claws will stun, another 2 will kill. Grab the Talisman pouch from Enya, equip the Star Scourge Heirloom and level up. Now you're going to hit Draconic Tree Sentinel with a Lion Claw. Now for reasons that I don't fully understand, both the Prelate's Hammer and the Giant Crusher actually stun him out of this first animation, so you can't get that second free hit that you can with other weapons. Be ready to dodge whatever he throws at you, then a second Lion Claw will stagger. From there, just spam L2 for the win. Run through the capital to the Avenue Balcony Grace, then go back, buff up and bully the Erdtree avatar. Use the Lord's Rune, then level up. Before Godfrey, take a quick detour and grab the Ritual Shield Talisman. This is the best talisman in the game if you're like me and put your fashion before your armour. For Godfrey, buff up before the fight, then use Lion's Claw during his recoveries after his combos. 3 to stagger, riposte, and 1 more hit for the kill. Beat the fuck out of this Black Knife Assassin. You don't need to, it's just fun. And level up. Then head into Morgott. 2 hits of Lion's Claw will stun, take the riposte, and do another as he stands up. 2 more and a single R1 will end the fight. Level up, then head to the mountaintops, all the way to the Zamor ruins to grab the Smithing Stone Bell 3. Then walk back to Fort Fareth. Jump up on this hill from the Spirit Spring and grab a Smithing Stone 8 and 2 7s. Then head back to the Celia Crystal Tunnel. Spam Lion's Claw on the Falling Star Beast and grab the 5 Smithing Stone 7s he drops. Then ride out to the Freezing Lake Grace in the mountaintops. Wake this guy up from his nap and bait him into hitting this statue for 3 more 7s. Then head all the way around the lake to the first church, grab the Sacred Tear and head up this hill nearby for the last 3 7s. Head back to the round table and buy 4 6s, then level up your Giant Crusher to plus 21. Now to Volcano Manor. Run through the dungeon all the way to Noble for one of the simplest Godskin fights you'll ever do. 2 Lion Claws and a riposte, and exactly the same thing again, single R1 to finish. Level up, then head through the rest of the dungeon. For Rykard, equip your Lance in your right hand, equip Serpent Hunter in your left, do your usual buffs, then spam crouching L1s for both phases to melt his health bar. Level up, then back to Caelid. Grab the Tear at the Church of the Plague, then head all the way to Redmane Castle for Radagon. Ride backwards at the start of the fight to despawn him, then buff as he runs towards you. 5 Lion Claws will kill him, and despite him having the highest posture in the game, yes, you can even stagger him. Pop Rykard's Remembrance and level up. Now for Fire Giant. This is such a cool fight with this build. Let's take a sec to talk general melee strategy for this fight. Now obviously you want him to do the easy opening, which is the wave attack and then the jump. If he does, you can stand right next to that foot and hit it. If you're unlucky though, and he goes for this shield slam, here's what to do. Position yourself around here under his knee and wait for him to bring that foot to you. Spam Lion Claw. 3 hits to stagger, 3 more to phase 2. 2 more on the hand to stagger, then riposte the eye. Now unfortunately that is the end of the cool bullying strats. On a pure strength build with no status effects, the safest play for phase 2 Fire Giant is just to keep riding behind him and double tap that foot. This is exceedingly boring, but as you can see, it's a safe way of getting a no-hit Fire Giant. Make your way through Faram Azula to the Transept Grace. Now walk back to Carle for the crafting kit and the 3 crack pots. Then to the Saints Bridge Merchant for 1 more crack pot. Then walk to the Boil Prawn Shack and head into the village of the Albanurics. Grab any mushrooms or Trina's lilies that you need, and the other half of the Dectus Medallion. For duo, put them to sleep, buff up, then hit them with 2 Lion Claws, a riposte, and then 2 more Lion Claws. Make sure you keep hitting them even after they're dead, as that hitbox is still active. If all goes well, you should need 1 R1 to finish the fight. Now head back to the mountaintops and to this giant skull next to the Rivers of Blood Invader to grab our last smithing stone. Go back to the Weeping Peninsula Wandering Colosseum and give his feet a good clean. Duplicate Rykard's Remembrance as it, along with Melania's and Eldenbeasts, is the most valuable one in the game. Lore nerds, please explain this to me in the comments. Use this to buy 11 smithing stone 8s, then level up your weapon to plus 25. Now make your way through the rest of Farum Azula. Bully the tree sentinel with Lion Claw, then buff up outside the fog gate. Now for clergymen, your best bet is to go for jumping R2s to punish those rock throws, but there are opportunities for Lion Claw if you know the fight well. For Malekith, just punish that slow 1-2 combo of his with Lion Claw for an easy fight. Level up at the Grace and head to the worst boss in history. Do all of your buffs outside, then run in and delete him with 3 Lion Claws. At some points in this run, I felt like this build was a little too cheesy. This wasn't one of those moments. I enjoyed this. Now at this point, put those runes towards your health. Don't do what I did and run straight into Godfrey with them. I actually only noticed that I did this while I was editing the video, so luckily I did pick them up on the second try. As with Shade Godfrey, 3 Lion Claws will stun, take the riposte, and 1 more for phase 2. Walk backwards and drink your blue flask for the Horaloo opening, then get a Lion Claw in. Then yet again, we wait for the ground slam for another opportunity for damage. Level up, now we're going to do Radagon and Eldenbeast. And welcome to a completely safe Radagon fight. You cannot lose here. Buff outside, then run up and attack him with 2 L2s and tank his next attack. Hit him with a 3rd and take the riposte. 1 more for the win. Now something happened to me here that I've never seen before. I somehow glitched into the Eldenbeast fight right next to him, allowing for 1 extra hit than usual here. I've reached out to the speedrunning community about this and it's a new one to them as well. I'll update you in the comments if anyone figures out what actually happened here. The strat for Eldenbeast is once again to spam Lion's Claw. You probably won't have enough time to stagger him at the start here as that glitch gave me an extra attack, but you will definitely end up staggering him later on. I thought about refilming this fight without the glitch, but I really wanted to show it off as it's obviously something that's very, very rare. So your fights won't be quite as good as this, but it's still a very easy fight. Level up, then head back to Volcano Manor. We need to do a little bit of backtracking here to speak to Rani. The Royal Knight Loretta fight with Giant Crusher is going to be quite tricky here, so our strategy, speak to Rani, then head down into Nokron to kill Moose in 3 hits. Pop Eldenbeast's rune and level up. Grab the Fingerslayer blade and head to Gargs. You can buff in the boss room here, 3 Lion Claws will kill each of them, so just be patient and wait for an opportunity to attack safely. It's the gargoyles, so they can still meme you if you're too greedy. Level up and go bully Fia's champions. Level up again, and now for Fortisax. An opening bonk on the head here will do half of his health bar, and bonking the hands or the feet is fine for the rest of the fight. Now take the Renner's Rise teleporter to Ainsel River and head all the way down to Estelle. Get 3 Lion Claws on the head to open with, and then only 1 more is needed for the kill. Now head to Castle Sol for Commander Nile. Bonk the right summon, then the left. For Nile, you can wait for the big tornado attack as we've done in the previous guides for free damage opportunity. Or you can just get stuck in like I do here. 2 Lion Claws to stagger, 3 more to kill. Level up and head to the consecrated snowfields to Ordina Town. I'm using Ordina Skip here to save time, but as I showed in my previous guide, the new light rolls are great for dealing with the archers if this skip gets patched in the future. Jump on the pillar, line your compass up slightly to the right of this notch, and do 2 jumps with the direction order being 12 o'clock, then 7 o'clock. Run through the Halig tree and down to Loretta. Buff as you walk in, 5 Lion Claws is all you need. If you want to play it safe, you can just wait for those big blue combos for a very safe opportunity to punish. Run all the way through Elfile and light the Haligtree Roots Grace. Now head back to Ordina and head west. Jump down onto this ledge to cheese the invader, run through Mogwyn's palace, grab the Lord's Rune in the cave and level up. Now just before Moog, head back to Altus and bonk Eleonora for the Purifying Crystal Tear. Run into Moog's arena and buff up while he slow walks towards you. 3 Lion Claws and a riposte for most of his health. Drink your blue flask and hit him 2 more times before knee heal. 2 more afterwards for another stagger, then take the riposte. 2 more Lion Claws is all you need for the win. Now head to Plassey. For the first phase, hit 4 Lion Claws between dodging those lightning strikes. The 4th will stagger. Take the riposte, and then a couple more for phase 2. For the rest of the fight, punish every claw attack he does with a single Lion Claw. As always, it's an endurance fight, so don't be greedy. Now to bully Melania. Just spam Lion's Claw. Lion's Claw will stun her out of all of her attacks, apart from one, but we can just hope that she doesn't do that one attack. Fuck. Yes, dear viewers, as usual, Melania is a problem. And on this occasion, not one that is going to be trivialised by any strat, buff or item. Throughout this video, the insane damage and poise of this weapon has allowed us to play very sloppily. Tanking hits from bosses in the knowledge that we can survive and out-damage them. This won't work for Melania. For every attack you land where you also get hit, she'll regain her health and you will lose a flask. And if you're going to use Lion's Claw, which I recommend you do, you're going to need at least 4 blue flasks, meaning that you're going to have less heals here than with any other boss on this run. In short, if we want that final remembrance, we're going to have to play well. Now, it's not all bad news. This weapon is still ridiculously strong for her, and you can still stun lock her. 2 hits for a stun, take the riposte, then another Lion's Claw. Do not take another though, or you'll get waterfouled. In phase 1, it's generally okay to hit her while she's idling. Try to maintain this kind of distance to allow you to get away from waterfowl if she does it. We do have light rolls on our side though, so check out my video on the light roll waterfowl dodge if you don't already know it. This jumping attack is a great opportunity for Lion's Claw as she lands. Phase 1 should be okay because you have plenty of space. Phase 2, however, is far more difficult. I can't stress this enough. Don't be greedy. For phase 2, only hit her when she is in or finishing an animation, and open up the distance as soon as your attack is done. If you're able to beat Melania with this weapon, you're very well set up to take her on with other big weapons, as the vast majority have quicker attacks available than this one. And that's it. How to beat Elden Ring with the biggest, most cumbersome weapon in the game. If you've watched this far and have actually tried this build, please let me know how you got on in the comments. If you've enjoyed this guide, give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more Elden Ring build guides. As always, thanks for watching. See you soon.